Hey everyone, it is back to school. I have been showing all of my favorite planners, but today I want to show how I would customize, or maybe not exactly customize, but what I would pick if I were getting a student planner from Plum. So Plum is one of my favorite places to order a planner from. I have ordered probably 4 or 5 for myself and many as gifts, and they are the most high quality planner and they're just so amazing. So if you look over here at their website, customize your perfect planner. First of all, look at all these options. You've got weekly, daily, goal setting, grid, monthly, homeschool, financial. Like there's a million categories, but I'm just gonna go jump right down to the student planner. All right, so take a look right here. You can see 9 student layouts. Now what's interesting about these, I think, is that they are all kind of categorized. You can see really small print right here, elementary, middle and high school. I think it's less about where you are in school and more about what your needs are. So anyway, for the first one, this one is it says elementary, but I actually think that this is a really good option. It could be for elementary, but if you are kind of a little bit of a planner user, but you don't have a whole lot to write. So for example, looking here, you can see that you get 6 blocks. So it would be easy to put, again, I'm just gonna name very general classes. I know they're a lot more specific usually, but you have math, science, language arts, whatever. They go all the way down, and to just write yourself a very small note on the line of what you have to do that evening for your homework, any projects. There's not a ton of space, but this could be good. I mean, I guess it really could be good for elementary school, especially upper elementary school. If you have a child who wants a planner, maybe 4th or 5th grade, maybe they're going to get a planner in middle school. I remember in middle school we got planners distributed to us, and so this could be a good habit setting. Like when you're in school, take this out, you write in your planner. I don't know, I don't think that they give out planners in elementary school. I do think it would be a really good idea to get kids in that habit so that when they go home, I mean, I know everything is online now. People have, you know, the learning management systems and these platforms, and that the parents can be really involved by seeing grades and knowing what's going on. So I know that like the electronic version of this definitely exists, and that is important as well. However, I think that it can be a good habit for a kid to just jot down what they have to do for their homework and their outside activities. Anyway, so I think that's a great elementary school one. There's another elementary one, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it might be the exact same as this middle high school one or very similar. I really, really like this one. All right, so this is the planner. It says middle and high school. Honestly, I think it could be used during college. I really like this one. So this one, you have your days that go down the side of the planner, and then across the top where it says your text here, you can personalize that and put your classes. You are able to leave it blank, which is good in case maybe your classes change, you know, mid-semester, or you're on an A-day, B-day schedule, but you have 3 boxes on the left side, and then you have 4 over on the right side. So this is really well set up for 7 classes. If you do have an A-day, B-day schedule and you have 8 classes because you have 4 on the first day and then you have 4 on the second, you could always pick those 2 classes that don't really require a ton of extra, you know, homework, activities, projects, writing, and they could share a box. But I like this because you get 5 lines per box, and it seems like it's really plenty of space. On the bottom of the left side, you get Saturday and Sunday, and then the bottom of the right, you get a your text here. So this could be good if you have anything extra that you want to put there. Maybe there are extracurriculars, sports, church activities, theater, whatever it is. So that could go there. So that's a really nice option. Now, if you like that version, but you would rather have your days of the week across the top instead of down the side, this is another great option. So I really like this one as well. You once again get 7 blocks that go down the bottom, so you have plenty of room. This one you get a tiny bit less room. You get 4 lines instead of 5, but that's because you get some extras. So Saturday and Sunday, while they're not the full size, you get a little bit more space than the other planner. You also get an extra box here that says your text here, and then you get some space at the bottom here in these orange blocks, and you get a column on the left side and a box on the left side. So if you need more space for the outside of your day, maybe again those extracurriculars or other responsibilities, chores, tasks, this could be a good option as well. Now for this video, I have been focusing on the weekly layout. That is because I want to spend the most time there. That's what you're going to use most in your planner. But just real quick to show you, you do get extras. You get sticker sheets. There are some extra goal setting sections. You can always add your own holidays or events. If you want to pay a little extra, you can get those pre-printed. You have your year at a glance, special dates, ideas, goals. There's a little folder, a year ahead, a passwords page, dotted page. You get some notes pages. You also get to select your color theme. So these ones right here, the top ones are a modern, the middle is neutral, which is pretty much no color, and then you get the colorful. So there's just a lot of extras. Don't even get me started on the covers. There's got to be hundreds of covers. There's so many to choose from. So I just wanted to let you know there are a lot of extras that are already included and ones that you can add as well. All right, let me show you one more. There are so many here. I highly recommend looking through if you're thinking about getting one. All of the student ones, but also they have other weeklies and dailies, and sometimes those can be helpful too, just to see like what you really think could fit your schedule, your needs. Now this one could be a good option if maybe you really do use more of your apps, website, those dashboards, maybe more of an electronic way to organize yourself, but you still need some type of paper planner. This is good because you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the left, Thursday and Friday on the right, and then Saturday and Sunday are of course a little bit smaller, no big deal. But this one also comes with a year text here. So you have a bonus box on the right, a space for 5 habits if you want that habit tracker, and then another box at the top. So if you need something that's a little bit more general planner and a little less class by class, this could be a good option. Anyway, I love the Plum website because there are always so many options. Like I said, when you go to the top, you can see the daily, the weekly, the student, the homeschool, financial, teacher. There are so many options. So like I said, there are 9 here under the student category. However, I do recommend that you click around, just give yourself a little extra time because you might find something also in another category that is similar here, but maybe it fits your needs a little bit better. So I love a custom planner. They're not for everybody, but if you are wanting to try one, Plum is always like the #1 top one I recommend because I have always been consistently impressed with their quality, and I just love all of the additions. If I were going to really dig in and make myself either a student or a teacher planner, I think I would pay to add all of the extra days so that I would have in there spring break, winter break. I'd put the professional development days because you can have things pre-printed in there. I did that one year and it is a lot of extra work because you have to go in and manually type things, but at the same time when you get it, it truly feels like your own personal planner. So like I said, click around. They have some really great layouts no matter where you're looking. Like I said, teacher, homeschool, they've got the vertical, horizontal, there are goal setting planners. There's just a ton here. So anyway, I hope this was helpful if you're thinking about customizing a back to school planner for yourself. If you already have your back to school planner, I would love to hear about it in the comments below because there are so many things on the shelves right now. So I'm curious what everyone's getting. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.